Good afternoon. This is Ernest Sears Jr., author of Detox Your Circle, coming to you live on location in Sedona, Arizona. It is about 3:05 p.m. As I said earlier, I was attempting to do the normal IG live that I do on Saturdays on location, but the wind was way too strong and the connection was way too weak. And so I'm here parked on a hillside in Sedona, and you won't have the benefit of seeing the beautiful vistas, but at the very least, I'll be able to share with you what I had planned to share today. Basically, I want to talk about five different things. We did chat previously about the importance of understanding the degree to which you actually create your own life, whether you're doing it consciously or subconsciously. And what I want to do is kind of piggyback off of that and move into a more extended area where you are able to see yourself in the bigger picture. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is how to jump timelines. And what does that mean? Timelines are just potential futures, potential visions, potential outcomes and destinies that all exists at this point in your mind, exists as thoughts, because the future is nothing but thoughts. The future is nothing but thoughts. There's no such thing right now as a future or a past. There's only now. That is the only thing there is right now. And the future is your idea and your thought about what you want to do next and how you want to live. And so when you create or imagineer a vision in your mind for the future, you begin to make plans and strategize as to how you're going to set yourself on the path or align yourself with the path and trajectory that is going to take you to that vision. And that vision is what you want to begin to create on the inside. You want to create it internally. And as you focus on that and cultivate it and ruminate over that and continue to skillfully shape it into what you want it to be, your external world will reconfigure itself until it matches. It's a vibrational match with what's going on the inside of you. That's how we create our future consciously. Unconsciously, you're creating your future, whether you know it or not, by the things that you focus and dwell on. For example, if there's something, a hardship or a setback that you experience, the emotions surrounding that setback are going to cause you to feel a certain kind of way. But if you are not an enlightened person, if you are just a regular person who really goes along with those emotions and milks those emotions, and maybe out of addiction to the emotion, you stay with that emotion much longer than it's supposed to stay, because emotions are fleeting, they're temporary, just like that setback. Emotions are like the weather. They're like a storm front, a cold front that comes through your experience, and you feel it and then you let it go. And if you're lucky, if you're aware, you're going to learn something from that, and you're going to curate something from that experience that you're going to be able to leverage in the future or in the now. That is going to put you in a higher point of vision, that you can see the bigger picture and see how that fits in the grander scheme of things, right? So you want to be a conscious creator, not a subconscious creator, where things seem to just be happening to you, but what really is happening is you're happening to you. Those thoughts, those feelings that you continue to hold on to, those are the things that are happening to you, because what they do is they generate a particular type of electromagnetic state, so that you are going to have your life, your external world, reconfigure itself to be a match for the emotion that you're feeling on the inside. So whoever you are on the inside, your life is going to be a vibrational match for that. So if you are unconsciously allowing yourself to stay in anxiety or depression or challenges or difficulty, or where you don't know how to get over feelings, then what's going to happen is that those feelings are going to stay too long. And as they stay, as you continue to marinate in all of that, your outside world, your external world is going to continue to feed you more and more of what you're feeling. Because the truth is that you are creating that by what you're feeling, by what you're focusing on. Do you get that? Are you having an aha moment at all? And so I'm trying to help people understand the power of their sovereignty, of their personal sovereignty, the fact that you can change your life little by little by cultivating the ability to feel good, to find equilibrium, to understand that it's important to find the center. When there's a setback that happens, it's important to get back to the center and get back into the game and realize that you can be ready for what's going to happen next. And that is what is the most important thing. Okay? So, understanding that you're a conscious creator, not allowing yourself to merely be subconsciously creating your life. Then realizing that it's in the stillness, okay? When you take the time to have a moment of stillness, there's a clarity that comes over you that allows you to zoom out of that situation that seems like it's everything. When you zoom out of that situation and see the bigger picture, you are reminded of your equilibrium. You're reminded of your equanimity. You're reminded of the calm, and that you have the ability to find your center. And when you're at your center, that is when you can hear and you can feel and you can remember that you are a sector of God. That because God is in everything, the creator is in everything, and everything you see has the fingerprint of source, you are not excluded from that. You are also a part of everything you see. And if God is in everything, that means God is in you. And so when you are in that moment of stillness and everything is silent and you are just breathing, you are reminded of the fact that you are connected to source and that everything is working out for you. When you calm yourself down and get back to your center, you realize that you are the center of your universe, that you are the star, that you are the sun of your universe, of your galaxy, of your solar system. Okay, I know I'm going a lot of places, but I feel like you're tracking me. So I said also previously that everything that you see outside exists on the inside, that holographically you are projecting what you see from your heart, from your inside. And when you close your eyes and you see that darkness and it just looks like space, that is exactly what it is. It is outer space. So you have everything inside you. And so one of the most important things that we as enlightened people and individuals need to realize is that self-love and the cultivation of self-awareness is the very beginning, is the very precursor to brotherly love. It is the very precursor to loving your brother and your sister as yourself. Because it is only in self-love and understanding that you are the center of your universe that you develop a sense of the awesome responsibility to create something worthwhile, to create something that is lasting, that is beneficial, not only to you, but will be beneficial to others that come in contact with you. Okay? So understand your sonship. Understand that there are chakras that make up who you are, starting from the root chakra that is red, and then we go to the sacral chakra that is orange. Number 2, then 3 is a solar chakra, which is the sun, which is the power, which is the understanding of yourself, and the understanding and celebration of who you are, the star that you are. Then that is the development when you realize the importance of being who you are and what your contribution is to the human collective, to the world. And it's only after you go through this rite of passage of understanding your starhood, your starship, your sonship, the understanding that you are the center of your universe. Once you have that self-love, then it can grow into the 4th chakra, which is the love of everyone, the love of the unity of connection that we all share. A lot of people unknowingly attempt to bypass self-love by going straight into agape or brotherly love, but you are not able to fully embody brotherly love and agape love if you don't have self-love. Because that means that how can you love, even one of the words from the Bible is, how can you love me who you've never seen if you don't love your brother or your sister whom you see every day? So how can you love your brother or your sister if you can't love yourself? You must love yourself. And then once we are able to do that, then we now have the ability and the level of love and understanding to really appreciate others' abilities, and appreciate others' skills, and appreciate what others bring to the human collective. And that unity is what allows us to experience the 4th chakra, which is love and understanding, and understanding and love of the connection, and how we're all connected, and how there's an interconnectedness and an interdependence among everybody. So what point am I making right now? The point I'm making right now is that there are steps and levels that we progress through, and we are not able to bypass those successfully. We have to go through each one. And so as you are a conscious creator and you're realizing your connection, as you revisit the stillness and revisit the center and revisit the equilibrium and equanimity that you can only find in your connection to source, that is when you can now focus your energies on creativity, on the higher realms, the higher chakras, which are the 4th chakra, which is love, the 5th chakra, which is the throat chakra, and this is where you actually create by speaking things into existence positively as they come from your heart. As your heart overflows with love and goodness and unity consciousness, you now are speaking things and creating things based on the overflow of your level of love from the 4th chakra. The 5th chakra is speaking, and speaking love and speaking light, and having wisdom in your words, because your words are so steeped in love and understanding that your words have the creative force of the creator, because we are made in the image of the creator. So the words that we speak are going to affirm what is already there and build on it and make more. Can you understand that if you don't do the shadow work, and you don't work on your trauma, and you don't work on those areas where you need healing, that you are subconsciously and unconsciously creating malefic structures and systems in your life that are going to sabotage your progress? If you want to create a life worth living for yourself and those that you love, you must cultivate the ability, the self-awareness, and the skill to be able to consciously create and be mindful and strategic about your words. Understand the awesome responsibility of speaking things that are going to be seeds, sprout seeds, and create other things. And so you're going to be looking at things that have your fingerprint on them, right? So we're moving up the chakras. So the sixth chakra is where vision is, and is not the vision with the eyes. It is not the vision with these eyes. It is the third eye. It is the spiritual eye that is a 360-degree view of everything. It is the eye that sees what has been spoken into existence, that sees what has been understood and intuited through love and unity consciousness, which sees the potentialities of fourth and fifth and sixth dimensional thinking, which sees the possibilities that are otherworldly, the possibilities that are in higher dimensions, the possibilities of community working together side by side, creating things of beauty, creating things of benefit and utility, creating a world that has yet to be seen, creating a world that must exist first energetically and spiritually and vibrationally before it can exist in our manifest reality. Creating a world and seeing a world that first has to be in gestational form before it appears. Creating a world strategically and consciously that takes shape as the external world reconfigures itself to be a vibrational match for what is in that vision in our heads. Okay? That is the sixth chakra. The seventh chakra is the crown chakra. It is the gateway to universal light and love and understanding and connection to source. It is completion. It is peace. It is rest. When they once said that, and on the seventh day God rested, these myths and these stories that have been told, there's always something of truth. There's always a kernel of truth. In every conspiracy theory, in every myth, there is some preternatural, some foundational, seminal truth in just about every myth. So the seventh day is the day of rest. And the seventh chakra is a chakra of peace, is a chakra of rest, is a chakra of knowing that it is complete, that everything has been done that is supposed to be done. And now it is time to reflect and celebrate and reflect and have peace and be at peace in what has been created. The seventh chakra reminds us that in all of our work, in all of our agency, in all of the things that we do, we need to set aside time to reflect on our creation, to reflect on what it is that we are doing, because it is in the reflection, it is in the silence and the stillness that our work has meaning. If you continue to work nose to the grindstone over and over and over without resting, without reflecting, then it is just noise. It is just work for work's sake. It is just action for action's sake, and it's noise. The meaning is in the punctuation that comes from stillness. The meaning is in reflecting and then making adjustments along the way, because that things are always changing, because we're always growing and we're always integrating and synthesizing. So it's not very wise to work and not set aside time to rest, to be at peace, to enjoy the creation, to enjoy the fruit of your labor, to enjoy and recalibrate. Because when you rest, it gives you time to commune with Source. It gives you time to commune with your higher being, with yourself, and to reflect on what you have done and learn and obtain and gain new insight and new revelation and wisdom about what you have completed. And as you rest, that is an opportunity for you to jump timelines and move into an even higher frequency of reality and dimension. It allows you to move into a different timeline, a higher timeline, and a higher frequency of understanding and wisdom and love. And so remember, whether you meditate, whether you pray, or whether you just reflect, that is what is required to recalibrate and then move into a new version of yourself, a new version of understanding, a new version of love, a higher understanding and version of love. So if we are an aspect of God, and many of us will come to that realization when we frequent stillness, when we frequent the center, when we get back to the system, to the center, and experience equilibrium and equanimity, there is a sense of peace that overwhelms you, that takes over you. It's a peace that surpasses understanding. It's a seventh chakra that surpasses the fourth chakra. Fourth chakra is the heart and love and understanding. Seventh chakra is peace and gateway to the other dimensions. So peace that surpasses understanding is only saying that the seventh chakra is a higher level of love, a higher level of wisdom that you cannot get to from the third chakra. You must go through the fourth chakra, fifth chakra, sixth chakra to get to the seventh. There are steps and there are lessons and rites of passage that are required to move into the higher dimensions and the higher understanding that is going to allow you to unlock new ways of seeing the world. Okay? Now, one of the things I want to talk about is the idea that when you are in the fourth chakra and you're understanding the love and unity and our connections to everyone, you realize that God is in everything, and that when you look at something, you see God in that thing. You see its perfection, you see its potential, and you see its purpose. And you appreciate it because you appreciate your own purpose. And now you can look at everything and see it in its exquisite beauty. You can look at a bird and you can be like, so that is God as a bird. And then you look at the rabbit, jumping across the street, and that's God as a rabbit. And then the mosquito, and then whatever it is you're looking at, you realize that these are emanations, these are aspects, facets of love, facets of light, facets of God. And so if you can look at these things and see God, ergo, when you look in the mirror, who do you see? You see your higher self, and you see confirmation that you are an aspect of God, that you exist inside of God as a sector, a unique sector that only you, cosmologically and existentially, are in that particular sector uniquely. It is yours, and there's an awesome responsibility for you to cultivate yourself and skill and understand what it is that you are dispensing. Understand that what kind of tree are you? What kind of fruit are you bearing? Understand what kind of fountain are you? When people come, what are they drinking? What are they getting from you? Understand who you are as God. What is God doing through you? Because God is doing something as you surrender to who it is that you are supposed to be. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. I hope you got something out of that. You all enjoy the rest of your day. Godspeed.